Okay guys, so today we're going to be working on Sean's Jeep again. We're going to be out there putting this new bumper on. So we're going to have to get the little pop tabs out, and I'm going to flip around and show you where we're going with that.
Look at the frame guard plastic.
So if you look down in here on the jail, you're going to have a lot of these little pop rivets. So you got one here. They're all along the inside, going all along here. Another one over here. And if you look up under here, I don't know if you can see it with the lighting, but all on the back of this, you're going to have them, and we're going to have to get the fog light out also. So that's step one. We already got the splash guard off earlier, and then there's a metal splash guard in there. I think it has to come off too, and we'll get to working on that. This is what's going on. Can't really see it right now, but once we get it mocked up and everything, we'll show you what we're working with. Alright, so we're going to have to pull these plugs right here, and this goes to your fog lights. We're going to be reusing the factory fog lights. So if you look here, this is actually a plug going into your fog lights, and we need to release it from the bumper in these different spots so that we can pull it out. And we'll be unbolting that and bolting it into the new bumper. Do that on both sides. Alright, so as you can see, we got the front bumper off. And so really all you're doing is these 4 bolts on either side, well, 4 nuts actually, the bolts stay. And this is what actually holds in your recovery hook. So it bolts straight into the frame, and if you look, hi Jake, if you look, it bolts right into the frame right here. So that's your main mounting point for any bumper really. So you're going to have 8 studs, 8 bolts, depending on what kind of bumper you decide to put on here. They're going to go directly into the frame on the front. And for those of you who don't know or don't know how a Rubicon works, this is actually your disconnect for your sway bar. So if you have a Rubicon and you got to disconnect the front sway bar, this is actually your motor that makes that happen. All right, and so with the stock bumper, if you're going to reuse the stock fog lights, which are right here, these are little, I believe these are 10 or 8 millimeter bolts that'll come out to hold the fog lights. But you're going to have to take up these 13 millimeters. I think there's what, 8 of these?
Yep.
And remove this aluminum casing in here, because they actually run the light harness through it, and you can't get it out without taking it apart. Okay, so these little bolts turned out to be 7 millimeters, so they're tiny. So you're gonna have to zip these out. There's 4 in either one, and fog light should pop right out. There you go. Okay, so as we're looking into this, and I'm sure it's in the instructions, but the harness actually runs all through this plastic casing and comes out on the other side, and you just got one clip in here for both sides, so it's split. So we're gonna have to pull all these little connectors along the way. It looks like there's a few of them, and get the harness out from that side all the way over to here to reuse it. And there's the end product. Still got to put lights and a winch maybe some D-rings on there, but came out really nice.
Yeah,
Fog lights are in there. We went ahead and used the lower regular skid just to cover up the motor for the disconnect, so it dressed it up a little bit. Looks good. Happy with it, Sean?
Right.
All right, so we got the winch in.
8,000 pounds.
As you can see, the fairlead's on. Winch is hooked up. The way it came wired from the factory, the wires were kind of up and showing from the front profile. So Sean went in here and we rerouted them so they run behind. So they'll be tucked out of the way, and I think it'll work a little bit better. We got it run all the way up to the battery compartment. We're about to hook it up and see if it works here. You're going to have to you basically run it direct to the battery, so you're going to have to put a ground and a positive to the battery. And we're going to hit it on the posts. May move it to like some kind of external down here on the side later on, but right now, direct to the battery is the easiest way to go with it, and we're going to test it out and see how it works. All right, and here's our finished product. Might look a little different later when we get some of the parts on. Sean just borrowed my Factor 55, but when his comes in, we can do that. Still got to do a little bit of wiring to finish everything up, but as far as having the winch in and ready to go, having the lights on, looks pretty good with the Baja ambers and the that Warren. So I think everybody's gonna be happy. You like it, Sean?
2 thumbs up.
You like it, Reese?
Oh yeah.